Hello, and this is the key of A. We'll start out with of course the A chord. Let's just go ahead and play these real quick. So we've got A, okay, which uses preferably your middle ring and pinky finger down here in the second fret. And then we've got E7, which is an E is with this finger missing, the ring finger's missing. So. And then we've got D, which is carried over from the last lesson. So what's cool about this is that you can use whatever you learned in the last lesson in this lesson. So it just builds, and you start to see yourself make progress a little faster. It gives you sort of a little better sense of accomplishment. So if this is the first video you've watched, watch video 1 before you watch this one, and that way you'll be able to integrate whatever it was you learned in the first video in this video. So let's go over the key of A. Let's name the notes in the key of A, and let's go over a little bit about the process. And I know this is going to get redundant a little bit, and you probably are going to be like, "Gosh, you've told me this enough times." But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the process of extracting a key. And if you want to really learn about it, check out our music theory video section. It goes into the extraction method and how to find out what notes are in any key ever. Okay. That is in the European diatonic scale. Of course, we're not dealing with Middle Eastern scales or Hungarian minor scales or anything like that, but that's a little down the road. But just like all the other videos on this site, we're going to be adding new things. There's a musical oddities section that's currently under construction. Probably not anymore, but if it is, it's going to contain altered scales and exotic stuff in there, and just general weirdness. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The key of A, once again, is extracted by using the template that's created by the key of C. 2 whole steps, then a half step, and 3 whole steps and a half step. And if you download your PDF for this video, and by the way, there are 4 audio tracks that you can download in the description of this video up there to the right of this video. If you click on the link, you'll download a zip file. You have to unzip it. And then there's 4 MP3 files in there that you can use to play at 4 different speeds to play this progression. And these progressions are universal. You can play them forwards, backwards. You can start in the middle, go to the end, and then come back around front and do the first line or whatever. But that just allows you to play it at different speeds. I'm going to play at pretty much mediocre speed, not too fast, not too slow. But there's one in there that's zinging. It's like 130 beats a minute. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. I think we're going to get started here if I don't stop talking. The key of A. The key of A is based on whole step, half step, and then 3 whole steps and a half step. It's A, whole step to B, whole step to C sharp, half step to D, whole step to E, whole step to F sharp, whole step to G sharp, and then back to A again. And the 1, the 3, and the 5 of an A major chord are A, C sharp, and E per your study guide or for this video. And then the minor version of A minor, of course, you just take the 3rd and you knock it down. So you take C sharp and you flat it back to a regular C. So imagine that you're flatting a black key, and usually people refer to those as the sharps and the flats. Well, that's a common misconception in music and can interfere with your understanding. So be sure to get it that you can flat a black key back to a natural key. You can even flat a C back to a B natural because they're right next to each other. Or you can sharp a B. You can do B sharp would be equivalent to C, and so on. So there's lots of tricky language in music, but just don't forget that black keys aren't the only sharps and flats. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at some pathways first between each chord. This is the hard part. This is the part that's not included in a lot of lessons online. People really don't take the time out to really show how to get from one chord to the next. And sometimes, it's just a leap of faith. But I'm going to show you how to get from one chord to the next. Okay, here we go. This is A, and let's go ahead and use these 3 fingers, not these 3, these 3. Okay, let's use these. Okay, so go ahead and do an A. Okay, and without really playing anything, let's just try and go to D. Okay? So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our index as our leader. Okay? Index usually leads. When you get better, all your fingers can kind of serve as leaders, but the index is going to lead. And the first thing we want to do is come here to the note on the 3rd string that is part of the D chord, which is which is right here at the top of this triangle over on this side. Okay, and this is kind of a jump. Okay, we're not really having any room to rotate here, but this is just a good habit to get into, is going back and forth like this. Okay, go from D back to A, back to D to A, and so on. And do this without playing anything, okay? Don't play it. And then, you know, when you feel comfortable, then start going between the chords, okay? Now let's do the same thing going from D, or I'm sorry, from A to E7. So here, right? And since we're playing it this way, we got this guy back here that can jump in on this string back here where we need him, okay? And then this finger goes over here. So we've got A to E7. And remember, don't play anything. Just go between the chords. Okay? Let's do this a little. Okay? And check out our exercises section. We've got a lot of helpful ways to get things done quickly as far as physically orienting yourself, as well as strengthening exercises and so on. So what we're going to do is go through this progression now, and go ahead and download the PDF for this video, key of A, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're a beginner, might not sound as good as mine did, but keep in mind I've been playing for 25 years, so you know that's a long time, and you've got, you know, you're going to get good quick. Just hang in there. It gets easier. I'm going to incorporate things you've already learned into stuff in the future, and things will sort of snowball, and you'll find yourself getting better pretty fast, especially if you utilize the theory section and really understand what you're doing. I think it provides you with a good basis for exploration as well as interest in everything that's offered. So anyway, this is Stu Johnson. We just finished the key of A. Good luck. Don't forget to download the four audio files over here and the PDF that goes with this video. And we'll see you at lessons. Thanks a lot. Take care.